Welcome to another edition of Let's Talk. I am your host, Hound Dog Buck 50. And on this episode, we're going to answer the question, can a man and woman be friends? Nothing more, nothing less. Peace and blessings to all. I am your host, Hound Dog Buck 50. Where at this channel, we like to talk about relationships, dating advice, so on and so forth. Now, on this episode, we're talking about friendship between a man and a woman, and can that exist? This is a topic that never gets old to me, but it resurfaced recently when a clip where Steve Harvey spoke on it, and he basically said he doesn't see how it can happen because a man basically is only being friends with a woman because that's all he can get, and if he's waiting to get his opening, basically. Now, for me, from my perspective, I understand that in life there's always going to be an exception to the rule. It is what it is. In most cases, if your tire goes flat, they say you can't drive on the rim because it's just going to ruin the rim. But there may be a story out there of somebody who drove on the rim and drove home and the rim is still good. I wouldn't doubt it. And so what I'm saying here is not to say that, whoever's watching this, they're not in that position. So just keep in mind before you get too antsy and want to comment and say, I didn't say that. But we're generalizing here. Okay. Now, from my perspective, only thing I will say that I didn't agree with Steve is it ain't just about a woman. This is a man's world too. We run this shit too. So it ain't always about the man settling. Let's get that right, Steve. We bring something to the goddamn table too. Let's get that right. It ain't always the man that's settling for the friendship. Let's get that right. Bring value to us to the table. I know my value. Come on. Talk to me nice. Here's the thing. When we talk about friendship, the question is, what type of friendship are we talking about? Bam. That's the question. Now, you can be friends with the girl at work. You see her, you hug her. That's your work buddy. But outside of work, y'all don't really communicate. That's a different type of friend. Now, but if you and this girl are hanging, that's a different type of friendship. You go to her house for drinks. She goes to your house for drinks. Sometimes y'all go to the movies together. That is a different type of friendship. And that's what we're talking about. See, we're going to get into this. Steve Harvey, I fuck with Steve Harvey, but we're going to get into this. We're going to get to the nitty gritty of this. Because it's not just about a man settling for a friendship. We're going to clear all that up. So, like I said, when you have that type of friendship, I call it a live friendship. It's not just a figure of speech. You guys are actively friends, hanging out the same way you hang out with your boy. Anytime you have that dynamic, in most cases, somebody likes somebody. Now, what happens is, usually the person who's not interested knows deep down that the other person likes them, but they do enjoy the friendship. So they just hope that it stays in that realm because they can get the best of both worlds, but they know they don't want to take it there. But they know you like them. They know. They just don't want to look at it that way. They want to look at it from the friendship perspective because that's where they benefit, however they benefit. So when you're dealing with somebody in a live friendship, there's somebody like somebody because it's too much effort to be put. Hey, I know girls at work that I'm cool with. If they just got they registered nursing, certification or whatever. Hey, when I see them at work, I give them a hug and keep it moving. Maybe even if they're chipping in at work to buy them a cake or something, here's $5, get them a cake. But now, for me to buy the gift and drive to their house to bring it to them when I could have brought it at work, that's a different type of situation. It's got to be something motivating you to want to go. And don't tell me it's just friendship. Women do it too. We all do it. I can recall times when I worked in a grocery store, and I consider myself a nice person. But depending on how I looked at the chick, if I had some type, like say for instance, if they were lost, can you tell me aisle 7? I say, or how to find cereal or juice. So on aisle 10. But now if I see a chick and I'm attracted, oh, it's on aisle 8. Let me show you. You see the extra mile. But here's the funny thing. On the surface, it just looks like you're being, nice and helping the person. But you know what you're doing. Like I said, that extra step. Women do it too. Yeah. A woman might have a good heart. And, she sees you, as somebody who probably don't got no place to stay. She might be the type to say, here, take $5. But she's making a meal for you every day. It's that extra mile. Think she likes you. Offers you to lay on the couch. Yeah, these things happen. And women sometimes can operate just like men in the sense that once they kind of see, if they kind of see that it ain't going to go nowhere sexually, okay, they can cut you off. Just like a man can eventually cut off the woman once they see it ain't going nowhere. Or sometimes they'll hold on, in hopes that you come around. So that whole friendship thing is real. Like me, I never liked, when I'm talking to a young lady and they hit me with I don't hang with females because they gossip too much. Because that's their way of saying that all of their friends are dudes. And I'm pretty sure all of her friends aren't homosexual. So you have to think, a lot of these dudes like you, and you like one of these. You like one of these dudes. You can't tell me you don't. And that's I think I'm pretty secure in myself, but at the same time, I wouldn't want to deal with that. That's just too much for me to think about. I don't want to be calling you up and you tell me, oh, I'm at Bobby's house or Bobby's at my house. Talk to you later. No, that ain't the type of situation. I'm not putting myself through that type of stress. I'm just not. Now, I know, I do believe that there might be some cases out there. I've read some comments. Oh, one person said, I've been friends with somebody for 28 years, and it's possible. But for me, like I said, what type of friendship is it? Because like I said before, if Bob and Shirley work at the post office, they become good friends. They might even have each other's number. Where Shirley might say, hey, we're having a Christmas party, you can come over. But they don't necessarily have what I call a live friendship, where it's a constant interaction. They're hooking up all the time to hang out. That's the difference. The live friendship is the one you gotta watch. We cool and we have each other's number, and occasionally you might send a text like, hey, how's it going? Okay, that's a little different. But the live friendship, where there's a live friendship, there's a live attraction. It is what it is. I've been around. I gotta call it like I see it. There's always going to be people that say, no, 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 that's not the case. And maybe that's not the case for that person. But in most cases, if it's a live friendship, somebody's attraction is alive and kicking. Now you can make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And as always, peace, love, and whatever else you think of love.